Hey Mojoholics, welcome back to What's Your Mojo, the weekly show where we fill you in on what you might have missed last week, give you a sneak peek on what's coming up next week, ask your feedback, and answer viewer FAQs. Let's do it. In case you missed it, this week we published Top 10 Director Trademarks, which I will explain is like all those thematic or visual touches that certain directors add to their movies. You know, like J.J. Abrams and lens flares, or the Wachowskis and bullet time. So if you're a film buff, or even if you're starting to become one, you should definitely head on over to that one. For fans of music and of sitting by the fire, we published Top 10 Campfire Songs this week. So this should be a very handy way to plan your next fireside sing-along. And for those of you SpongeBob fans who berated us in the comments for not including the Campfire Song
C-A-M-P-F-I-R-E-S-O-N-G song. C-A-M-P-F-I-R-E-S-O-N-G song. And if you don't think that we can sing it faster, then you're wrong, but it'll help if you just sing along.
Really? Anyway, we also published Top 10 French tourist destinations and attractions for all you travelers out there. That's where you'll get to see some beautiful landmarks and get to hear me try to pronounce a bunch of French words. Please be kind. It's Friday, and instead of pining for the days of TGIF programming in the 80s and 90s, you can occupy your time with a Mojo-thon. And we've got lots for you this weekend. Top 10 Final Destination Deaths comes out on Saturday. It's hella gruesome, but super awesome. And it will make you afraid to go to the gym, the dentist, and the tanning salon. So if you're a fan of that franchise, check it out. Also coming out on Saturday, Top 10 Video Games that are free to play. So if you love gaming but hate spending money, that's definitely one clip that you'll find handy. And finally, coming out on Sunday, Top 10 Superhero Alter Egos. We had quite a debate about this one, and I have to say, I'm a huge Clark Kent fan. I think it's the glasses. So you should tune in to see if I won that argument. Are you guys ready for some trivia? Let's do it. Which famous actress regretted turning down a role in the original Planet of the Apes? Ingrid Bergman, Grace Kelly, Katharine Hepburn, or Bette Davis? You are correct if you said Ingrid Bergman, who later admitted regretting it because she thought the role of Zira would allow her to act without relying on her beauty. If you want to test your knowledge on that or anything else, head over to WatchMojo.com/trivia. Anyway, I'm talking to you about Planet of the Apes because today, July 11th, 2014, is the day that Dawn of the Planet of the Apes is being released in theaters in the United States. So if you want to learn more about that franchise, or if you just want to relive some of your favorite or least favorite moments, check these videos out. Planet of the Apes franchise retrospective, Top 10 famous movie yells, Top 10 movie apocalypses, Top 10 Gary Oldman performances, Top 10 astronaut movies, Top 10 movie twists, Top 10 movie prequels, Top 10 worst Hollywood remakes, Top 10 worst movie endings, and Top 10 unresolved movie cliffhangers. And guess what? This is another week with bonus trivia. We have 2 Blu-ray copies of Rio 2 to give away since the digital HD release date was July 1st and the Blu-ray DVD release date is July 15th. If you'd like one of those copies, make sure you live in the United States or Canada and answer the following question correctly in the comments, and we'll choose 2 people at random. Rio 2 was produced by Blue Sky Studios. It is only the second franchise produced by that film studio to receive a sequel. What was the first? Again, leave your answers in the comments and you'll find out if you won in a couple of weeks. Also, don't forget to make your way over to WatchMojo.com/calendar to see thousands of our older, equally timely videos. And while you're there, make sure to vote on the topics that matter most to you so we can tailor our future videos to your tastes. Before we ask you guys your opinions on a few of our lists, we thought we'd let you see where your hard work gets you. Yesterday, we released Top 10 Most Controversial Americans Abroad. On Sunday, we've got Top 10 Bob Dylan songs, and we've also got Top 10 Late Night Talk Show hosts, also on Sunday. Thanks again for your help in choosing those lists. But we've got even more lists in need of your input this week. For the gamers out there, we're putting together a list of the most creative video game tutorial sequences. Say for example in Blood Dragon, where Michael Bihn's character gets annoyed at his internal computer's training sequence. We're also getting to work on Top 10 Iron Man armors. So whether he's heading to space, requires extra stealth, or needs protection from Arctic chills, let us know which of Tony Stark's inventive suits is your favorite. And finally, this one's gonna be so controversial I can't even deal. Top 10 national anthems. So you guys can help us come up with some criteria for that one, but we're thinking along the lines of songs that sound cool, represent their countries well, and are recognizable. So let your national pride go nuts and vote on that one. And as always, be sure to head over to WatchMojo.com/suggest to let us know what you think. And while you're there, make sure to exercise your right to vote on any other lists you might have an opinion on. As you may have expected, it's time for the viewer FAQ section, which is where we backdoor brag about how awesome we are and tell you where to buy our swag. To help is Dan.
Hiya. We have a lot of questions this week, so let's get right to it. Fresh Snipple Fail had this to say, and Rebecca, please don't shoot the messenger here. WatchMojo.com needs an update. The intro is outdated and terrible. The background music is awful. The text animations, whatever, look bad. The woman's voice is annoying. Come on, it's 2014. Update yo shit.
Wow, thanks. That's so sweet of you to say. See, this is why I love reading the comments.
Anyway, Rebecca's voice aside, most people like the logo and bumper, so we're gonna keep it for now.
But we're always open to suggestions, so if you have an idea for a new logo or bumper, send it to watch@WatchMojo.com. It can be a draft or the real deal.
If we like it, we'll reach out to you. And if we end up using it, we'll give you a little something special for your trouble. Like a date with Rebecca.
I don't think so.
Why do I do these things to myself? Anyway, moving on. Kalima India had a problem with our list of summer songs. Very boring list. Too many old songs. I wanted Call Me Maybe and Katy Perry songs.
To be fair, a lot of commenters responded to that one saying, new music sucks, blah, blah, blah. And we stand by our list since we are always trying to be objective.
But while we try to mix it up with different genres and eras, we realized that we could have included some newer songs. So that's why we added classic to the title, and we will be doing a modern list soon. So now you can vote on that to make sure your songs make the list.
Okay, and now we get to something that comes up in the comments a lot. Some of you want to get to know us better. So we're gonna tell you about some of our favorite stuff. Dan, what are, say, your top 3 favorite movies?
Changes all the time. Aliens, Pulp Fiction, cliche choices, I know. Last week I saw Before Sunrise, and let me tell you, that is not my new favorite movie. A lot of talking.
Which one's that?
What about you? It's a Juliet dude. Yeah, whatever.
All right. Me, well, you know the answer to this, but number 1, Back to the Future, but Back to the Future 2 is my preferred of the 3. Number 2, Ghostbusters. Again, I like number 2. And if I had to pick a third, I guess I'd go with Tootsie because 80s and drag. And fun fact, I've also never seen any of the Indiana Jones movies.
Yeah, you really got to get on that. Okay, next question. What is your favorite video game?
Okay, so I'm not a huge gamer, so I like those games that all the not huge gamers like Rock Band, and that one with the dancing that I can't remember the name of. It's not Dance Dance Revolution.
Let's dance.
I don't know.
Just dance.
I don't know.
Dance your pants.
I have no idea. Anyway, I like those ones because I like to dance around and sing around like looking like a fool. How about you?
As for me, Morrowind, Elder Scrolls 3.
Anyway, that's all of the getting to know us portion of the show this week, but don't worry, we'll have more next time.
So let's finish up with some comments of the week. To start, Mr. N got a little freaked out during episode 25 of What's Your Mojo. At 9 minutes, I thought I took acid and didn't know I did. It was a trip.
Lonewolfjedi made a rather astute comment on the state of romance in Hollywood when he commented on top 10 cutest animated couples in movies. Agreeable list. Mickey and Minnie probably have the longest lasting relationship in Hollywood.
TwilightVomit, great name by the way, wants to play a game, and it sounds a lot more deadly than anything I've ever seen in a Saw movie. He commented on top 10 video game franchises, Drink a shot of whiskey for every offended Zelda fan and every Call of Duty hater you see in the comments below. Anyway, guys, thanks as always for the comments and questions.
And if you want your questions answered, leave them here in the comments. Catch us on Twitter or Facebook, or email us at watch@WatchMojo.com. Don't forget the hashtag WMFAQ, and if you want a nifty t-shirt, head over to WatchMojo.com/store. That's all for this week. Thanks for watching, and tune in again next time for another edition of What's Your Mojo? Live long and prosper.